Welcome back to part 2 of my course log filmed at the beautiful Diamond Club Ottenstein. If you haven't watched part 1 already, I will link it down in the description or in the right corner of your screen. Part 1 is a little bit of a rough one, played a solid 10 over par 3, and yeah, it still hurts and it feels like a kick in the nuts. Here we are on the back nine, starting with a par 4, 365 meters, 400 yards. First time hitting driver this round. Driver of the tee was the right decision. Finding the fairway was accomplished. Now I'm left with 110 meters to a back pin position. So I decided to go with my gap wedge. Coming up short isn't the end of the world, and I take going long completely out of play. Unfortunately, I chunked my gap wedge and I came up way short, so chipping was required. Shot 3 is quite a basic chip shot, 20 meters, all uphill. Green is breaking a little bit left to right, though there is really no reason to not stick it close. But now let's see. And yeah, it was a close one, could have dropped.
Oh, come on.
But now we are facing the return putt. We thought the break, can we make it? But never up, never in. We starting the back nine with another bogey. Now 11 over after 10. Here we are, hole number 11, another par 4, but this time a dogleg to the right. Playing 385 meters, so roughly 420 yards, all downhill. So I decided to go with my 4 hybrid. Should be enough club to get my ball safely into play, but open up an opportunity to take the green safely. But plan didn't work out quite well. I pulled the living hell out of this tee shot and ended up to the right hand side. I didn't know the course, so I wasn't sure what's over there. I thought it could be out of bounds, so I had to do the walk of shame and hit some provision. I found my ball on hole 17, and it was a little bit of a mistake to not go for driver of the tee on this hole. Now I think it's the best decision to go as far down as possible. But now we are left with quite a tricky shot into the green. Green is literally behind the tall trees in the middle of the screen, 165 meters out of the rough. It's quite difficult to judge. I decided to go with a 7-iron, coming up a little bit short, just fine. And even if we are now a little bit in the 6th up, it was the right miss. We have plenty of green to work with, and hopefully we can stick this one close. And here it is, the second par chance of the day. And yes, we drilled it. The celebration is on. First par of the round. We are now 11 over after 11 holes. Hole number 12 is a short par 4 with 300 meters, so roughly 330 yards. But as you can see, it all plays uphill, so it plays a little bit longer. But still, I decided to go with my 4 hybrid, aiming a little bit to the right, because the hole slopes from right to left, and maybe I get a lucky bounce and ending up in the fairway if I pull my shot again. Ball kicked a little bit down from the slope on the right hand side. Now I'm in the second cut, 100 meters away from the pin. Decided to go with my sandwich and pulled off quite a nice strike. I really was pleased with this one. Never left the flag. Couldn't see the bottom of the pin, so I hoped for a good one. As I'm lining up my putt, you hear my wife laughing in the background. She nearly killed herself on the course. But now we are facing the first birdie putt of the day. Second shot was a really great one. Ended up 1.5, 2 meters behind the hole. And now, hopefully, nope, we didn't make it. This time we burned the right edge. But tap in pars, everything's fine.
Aber tap in par.
Before we continue, it's time for a little bit of a real talk. Now, pop it up to full screen. You watched the video this far and aren't subscribed to the channel? Shame on you. Make sure you follow this channel just right down below. You liked the video but didn't push the like button? Even worse, like this video if you like my content. And if you have any ideas or suggestions for the future, let me know in the comment section what you want to see. But now, back to the play. Off to hole number 13, first par 5 of the back 9. And it's a really beautiful hole. You are probably on the highest point of the property, overlooking the rolling hills of Lower Austria. But now, back to the hole. It's playing 530 meters, so 360 yards. It's all downhill, dogleg to the left. You can't see the green from the tee box, and I decided to make it a 3-shot hole. I went with my 4 hybrid off the tee, getting the ball into play and hit it where you can see it. Found the fairway with my tee shot, but still nearly 300 meters away from the green, so I decided to lay up, aiming for the left side of the fairway and play a nice little draw, ball a little bit above my feet, so this should be okay, but it stayed quite straight because I slipped a little bit and I left it in the second cut rough area. Now facing 130 meters into the green, a 9-iron, chunked it and came up short, chipping up the green. Once again, we left after a quite basic chip, all uphill, but came out a little bit fiery, ended up behind the pin. But there is still the chance to save par with a solid putt. Stroke was nice, but balls once again burned the right edge, didn't drop. Second bogey of the back 9 and a little bit of chirping from my wife in the back. Hole 14 is another par 4, 370 meters, 410 yards. It's a slight dogleg to the right, you can't see the green, and I decided to go with driver off the tee just to get the ball as close to the green as possible and have a shortest shot into it. Bailing out to the left is you miss, right is a little bit of trouble. Tee shot leaked a little bit to the left hand side, ended up in the rough, 135 meters to the flag. Decided to go with my 9-iron, chunked it, was an uncommitted swing, wasn't sure about hitting a pitching wedge or 9-iron because of the possibility of flyer. Now we are left with around 55 to 60 meters to the pin. Pin is tucked on the left hand side. Hope for the best, stroke it nicely, and it ended up pin high with the chance to save par with a solid putt.
Let's go.
Now we are here, first par 3 of the back 9, hole number 15, 160 meters, so 175 yards. Trouble is all along on the right hand side, you have plenty of space to the left, so I aim left of the flag. If it stays straight, maybe it bounces off of the slope you can see, or if I put a little bit of draw on it, Everything's fine. We hit middle of the green. Tee shot ended up a little bit left of the flag, but pin high. Second shot now is a little bit of a tricky one. It's all downhill, short-sided, and I decided to go with putter. And yeah, worked out quite nicely. Broke a little bit more than I thought, but okay, tap in par.
Easy tipping.
Hole 16, last par 4 of the day, 350 meters, 385 yards. This time I was hitting my driver off the tee, not the trusty hybrid. Why hitting driver? Even if there is lurking trouble left and right. Well, the trees on the left hand side you can see are only away roughly 200 meters, so I should be able to carry them with a proper tee shot. Once again I missed my driver to the left hand side. What's not ideal, but somehow I managed to clear the trees and found this tire tracks. What's a little bit of luck, because the rough was really juicy here, and even with this good lie, I didn't catch my ball quite good enough to make it to the green. Now chipping 35 to 40 meters, and again I left it short, ended up on the fringe, and now we have a putt for par. I was a little bit too aggressive with my first putt. Now I have the return putt, which is a little bit of a stinker downhill, left to right, but we make it. Hole 17, last par 3 of the day, playing 150 meters, 165 yards. It's all uphill, so it plays a little bit longer than indicated on the scorecard. And I'm not sure, but I think I was playing a 5-iron off the tee just to make sure to get it there and decide from there on what to do. We both lost the ball in the air, and though I was quite surprised to find my ball 2.5 meters behind the pin, middle of the green. Now we have a birdie putt. Not so many birdie putts today, and can we make it? It looks good, it tracks, and it's in.
Let's go.
We have now a replay once again. It's
Let's
in.
go.
I can confirm. 17 holes played. First birdie of the day. What a player. What a great guy.
Und dieses 5-Minuten-Zeitfenster ist. Sag mal, wenn es drauf hast. Eins.
Well, after finally getting the ball onto the tee pack, we can start the last hole of the day. Hole number 18, nice par 5 to finish the round, playing 500 meters, so 550 yards. Play should be aiming for the right hand side because there is plenty of space. Instead of this, I aim for the left hand side where the trouble is and tried to play a draw. I ended up push slicing it into the rubbish, and I had to face the consequences in taking a penalty drop. Now playing my third shot. From this lie, I couldn't attack the green, laid up with a wedge, just getting the ball back into play, moving it forwards to the hole. And yeah, found the fairway. now left with something around 150 meters, a little bit between clubs. Decided to go with my gap wedge, accepting the fact that I could come up quite short. And yeah, it happened. Strike was a little bit chunky, ending up short left from the pin. Managed to make it on the green, but once again, we have a little bit of a tricky part, breaking left to right, uphill and then downhill. But I judged the pace quite nicely. We have now the chance to save bogey. Will it happen? Let's see. Nope. Once again, the putting guards weren't with me. Double bogey on the last. A little bit unfortunate. Playing a total of 14 over. Course was in amazing conditions, even when considered there were heavy rains the days and weeks before. Staff super friendly. When in the region, play this course. It's really a hidden gem. I hope you liked the video. If you do though, please like and subscribe.